Senate criticizes government's slow response to earthquake. The Senate on Monday took the government to task for what it said was a slow response to Friday's earthquake in Myanmar that saw strong tremors sweep across Thailand. Senator Ramsit Wiriyasan tabled an urgent motion calling for an upper house debate on the issue, after which they would present their suggestions to the government and relevant agencies. He said that hectic evacuations from several buildings, traffic chaos which hindered rescue workers' access to areas affected by the tremors, and text messages warning people about events that took too long to reach people reflected poorly on the government's ability to manage emergency situations. Immediately after Friday's earthquake, no one saw the government leader step up and take command of crisis management, Pol Gen Maj Ramsit said. Lieutenant CDR Wattapong Pongsuwan, another senator, said that emergency planning has improved little since the tsunami struck in 2004 and called on authorities to make emergency disaster drills a regular practice to prevent massive casualties in the future. He also called on the government to speed up the implementation of the so-called Cell Broadcast Service (CBS) system, which allows emergency weather and natural disaster warnings to be disseminated via mobile phone messages. Senator Nantana Nandaveropas said that two previous natural disasters that hit Thailand, the 2004 tsunami and the 2011 devastating deluge, should have served as lessons. But the government seemed unprofessional and struggled to communicate effectively in a crisis. State agencies were too slow to respond, she said. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra chaired a meeting on Monday with state agencies to address the delay in text messages warning people about Friday's earthquake. 2 more bodies found in collapsed Bangkok building. 2 more bodies were recovered on Monday from the collapsed building site in Bangkok as the search for survivors continued, with reports indicating that signs of life were still being detected 3 days after Friday's devastating earthquake. The bodies of the victims were discovered around 2 p.m., bringing the death toll at the building collapse to 13. The bodies were sent to the Institute of Forensic Medicine for identification. 77 workers remained unaccounted for as of Monday, while 8 people are currently still receiving treatment for injuries caused by the collapse of the 30-story building owned by the State Audit Office, SAO. Bangkok Governor Chadchart Sitapont said on Monday there is still hope of finding survivors, with authorities reviewing and adjusting strategies accordingly. The search would focus on zones B and C, where elevator shafts and fire escapes were located, after most of the survivors said they had escaped via the latter. Mr. Chadchart insisted that search and rescue operations were not slow, saying the work is delicate and the safety of survivors and rescue teams was the top priority. Deputy Bangkok Governor Tavita Kamalvaj said search and rescue would continue, with rescuers trying to precisely locate victims. Anti-corruption watchdog flagged irregularities in collapsed building. An anti-corruption watchdog had flagged irregularities in the construction of a Bangkok skyscraper that collapsed in an earthquake last week and killed at least 11 people, the head of the monitoring group told Reuters. The government had threatened to cancel the project earlier this year because of delays, Mananimit Mongkol, president of the Anti-Corruption Organization of Thailand, said on Sunday. The government has announced an investigation into the cause of the collapse of the tower, which was being built by a Chinese company and a long-established Thai construction firm. Construction of the building, which began in 2020, is being carried out by a joint venture between Italian Thai Development PCL and a local subsidiary of China's state-owned China Railway Group. The tower was originally slated for completion by 2026 but was behind schedule. The Deputy Auditor General, Suthapong Bonathi, told reporters on Saturday that construction was only 30% completed before it collapsed. Experts from the Council of Engineers assisting the government in surveying buildings around the capital speculated that the skyscraper could have collapsed due to unsafe material or poor planning in the building process. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra ordered government agencies on Saturday to investigate the root cause of the building collapse within 1 week.